Many thanks for joining us on the program today. You can follow us on all socials. We're at News Central TV on Facebook and Instagram, and you can check us out if you live outside Nigeria as well on Twitter. We're going straight into the stories that are making the front pages of the dailies for today, and it seems that this was starting in Nigeria.
Yes, we're starting with first news paper in Nigeria this morning, Thursday, November the 11th, 2021. And there's a picture there of the Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, and it says, hunger, federal government and states to introduce Operation Feed Yourself, says Osinbajo. Wow, Operation Feed Yourself. Question mark, many will say how. Also, there, bandits invade Katsina community, kill 13, injure scores. And at the top of the paper, Anambra election, the fallout, it says the records the lowest turnout in history, according to survey. When you look at the results as we had them yesterday, you might have to take that one perhaps quite true. So the survey says the Anambra election had the lowest turnout in history. Also on the front page, the Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer walkout on of judge. We'll talk about that much later in the morning program here. Senate approves $6.2 billion loan for Buhari. And many will say borrowing again, central question. And interesting one there says, I once dated a bus driver, says Otedola's daughter. Which one? That is the big question. The DJ or the fashionista? We'll find out more on the front page and inside the first news in Nigeria.
Still in Nigeria, we're looking at another paper. We're looking at the Daily Independent this morning. And from page 4 of the Daily Independent, it says, inflation may shoot up as year winds down. This is coming from analysts. Inflation may shoot up as year winds down. That's on page 4 of the Daily Independent this morning. Now you can see this picture here. This was taken just yesterday in Abuja. Activists demanding for the exoneration of Ogoni leader, the late Ken Saro-Wiwa, and 8 others that were killed by late Sani Abacha-led military regime 26 years ago. And this demand was done at the National Assembly just yesterday in Abuja. You can see Shawari here also with some other people who were all for this course. But there's more details on that in the Daily Independent. Now, page 6, Kanu's lawyers stage walkout as court adjourns trial. That's on page 6. And looking down here, it talks about the APC convention. Why governors won't determine who becomes national chairman. That's on page 7 of the Daily Independent. The very last one, the upper right-hand part, is looking at the educational sector. Earned allowances sharing formula. Stakeholders want ASU, NASU, SANU against strike. Say strike causing harm to public university education. That's on page 5 of the Daily Independent in Nigeria.
We can go to the citizen in Tanzania for our next paper this morning. So it says, according to the government, fraud is what's hurting water bodies. Now, the story says that Water Minister Juma Aweso dismisses claims that up to 48% of water is being lost due to rundown infrastructure, saying illegal connections are the main problems affecting water authorities across the country. And there's a bit of an infographic about the problems there with the bills that 8.8 billion shillings in terms of the cost and 48% lost. Also at the bottom left there, U.S. envoy wishes to see Zanzibar-style cooperation on the mainland, and Vice President says 5 ways local researchers can help spur growth. Also, Mbarawa warns officials by bypassing airport security. All that and more on the front page in Tanzania, the Citizen paper. Now
let's move on to the Daily Nation, the very last paper for this morning. And the Daily Nation is talking about politics once again. 2022. It says IEBC shocker for Uhuru Ruto rally. You can see here the big flop, the primaries, recourse, who signs. All of that, you can go to page 3 of the Daily Nation. Now you can see this picture here. That's on page 4. Shame as Ruto is attacked in Kisumu. Kisumu, I beg your pardon. That's what it says here. That's on page 5. The Deputy President, William Ruto, he flees. You can see the picture here where he's actually running from the rowdy youth who stoned his motorcade just yesterday. Very sad one, but you can go to page 4 for more on that. It says here on page 10, companies sign up on initiative to end graft in private sector. And on page 6, signs of recovery as economy grows. Now it says Kenya's economy grew by 10% year on year in the second quarter of 2021.